Today's lesson will be on the percent equation. So this is a little bit different than the percent proportion. We're not going to be setting up a proportion this time, it's going to be setting up an equation. So the main idea is, how can we use an equation to find parts, wholes, and percents? This is a fancy way of saying we will translate our sentences into a math equation. So each word that we see will represent something. So example 1, finding a part of a number. We have what number is 24% of 50. So we're going to break this apart. The first thing we have here is what number. Well, you can say x. The word is always means equals. 24% is written as the decimal 0.24 hundredths. The word of always means to multiply 50. So if we work this out, if we multiply these two numbers together, we get x equals 12. Example 2, finding a percent. 9.5 is what percent of 25? So when we have a what percent, that's a little bit different. We can write that as x over 100, because percentages are out of 100. The word of means still multiply. It's multiply by 25. The word is means equals 9.5. So we have 9.5 equals 25x over 100. Now, I need to solve for x. So what we learned previously about equations was to multiply each side by 100. That means the hundreds cancel down there. And 9.5 times 100 is 950. So we have 950 equals 25x. And then we are going to divide by 25. Remember, you're doing the opposite of the operation of what's going on. So we have 25 times x. So to undo multiplication, we divide. So we get x equals 38. And remember, this is finding a percent, so this is 38%. So those are our first two examples. Let's try a few more. Alright, example 3, finding a whole. 39 is 52% of what number? So we're going to work it left to right. 39 equals, 52% can be written as the decimals 0.52 hundredths of what number? Of means multiply, and we have what number is x. So to solve for x, we need to divide by the 0.52 hundredths. When we divide that, we get x equals 75. So in summary, we have three things that we need to pay attention to. The first one, if you see the word is, that means that you need to have an equal sign. Two, if you see the word of, that means you multiply. And 3, if you see the word what percent, that is our special case. We write your number x over 100. Let's look at our last example, the real life application. Find the percent of sales tax on a food total. So when we look at our receipt here, we have a tax, a food total, and then the subtotal with everything handed in. So we want to set up a percent proportion. Remember, that's is over of equals percent over 100. The 100 never changes. And they want to know, find the percent of sales tax. So that means that we do not know what the percent is. But we have a tax over the food total. So our tax was $1.65. And then our food total was $27.50. Once we have this proportion set up, we are going to cross multiply. So we get 165 equals 2750 times x. We need to divide by 2750. So make sure you're showing all these steps here so we can see what we have going on. We have x equals 6. And this is find the percent. So x equals 6 means that that is a 6% sales tax. Part B, find the amount of a 16% tip on the food total. So we have a 16% tip, so that's 16 over 100 equals, find the amount of the tip. So we don't know how much the tip is, but we know that we spent $27.50 on our bill. So again, we are going to cross multiply this. And once we do that, we get 100x equals 440. When we divide by 100, we will then know how much our tip should be at 16%. So if you are going to this restaurant, you should spend $4.40 on your tip. Please work through the next part of your packet. You should be completing 1 to 7 on the Now You Try practice equations section.